Good morning, everybody. It is day 4.
Day 4.
So let's see. Yesterday we ported in St. Thomas, and we did an excursion over to St. John's, the adjacent U.S. Virgin Island. That was fantastic. We did an on-your-own excursion.
It was pretty amazing. The boat ride was so much fun. It was more like a guided tour with the boat. So you're like, oh, to the left is all the hotels, blah, blah, blah. To the right is the special island. So there was a lot of information that the guy was giving you while getting you to your do your own private island tour.
Yep.
So once we got there, Kyle did some research and he found us the best spot to go hang out and go take a swim. But before we got there, we did take our first stop at the national park just to go pick up a map and check it out.
Yeah, visitor center.
Yeah, visitor center.
Yeah, we did the Lynn Point Trail right from the visitor center, right at Cruise Bay, where we ported in St. John's, about like a mile hike over to Honeymoon Beach, where we hung out for about 2 hours.
And it was gorgeous.
Stunning.
It was so gorgeous that we didn't go to the next beach because we just wanted to spend so much time there. You only have a limited amount of time, and also if your ferry leaves, you gotta find your way back to St. Thomas.
Yeah.
But
so we had like 3 hours technically over on St. John's. If we wanted to stay longer, we could have. We would have had to take a public ferry back as opposed to one that we paid for with the excursion. But we had plenty of time there. And also Honeymoon Beach, there are a couple like beach shacks. So we had a couple painkillers. There were cooking food out there that was ready around noon if we wanted to eat over there. But we ended up coming back to St. Thomas, getting on the ship, had lunch, hung out in the pool for a little bit. I think watched Encanté and took a nap.
Yep.
And then we had a marathon of a meal last night at
Oh
Enchanté.
my goodness. You gotta check out our Enchanté rotational dining video because you don't want to miss all the bites that we ate.
We said it was 10 courses overall?
I think it was like 12 courses overall.
Plus a wine pairing.
Plus a wine pairing.
We were there for
3 hours.
3 hours, yeah.
It was crazy. I lost time. I was like, wait, what? You were there for 3 hours? It did not feel like 3 hours. It felt like...
It was an amazing
meal. It was like a blip.
Yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. We were so stuffed afterwards. You have to get dressed up, so we were all dressed up. So we came back to the room, changed into some more comfy clothes, a little more room in the belts, and went and watched Pirate Night show up on the deck. So the deck party and fireworks. Disney's the only one to do fireworks at sea. They're always fantastic. It's our 3rd time seeing the show, and
it's so
every
good.
Time it's just great.
So
and
good.
It's like legit fireworks.
It's always the Jack Sparrow fun from...
Yeah. Pirate Night is fantastic. Then we went to bed, and
now we're here.
We are now in Tortola, British Virgin Islands, right next to U.S. Virgin Islands. And our excursion today is we're going to do another hike and beach. Now this one the hike is included in the excursion, so it's a guided 1 mile hike through Sugar Cane National Park or something like that. And then it's a truck that takes us there, and then the truck goes to a beach, and we have 90 minutes at this beach with a reserved seat, so we'll hang out at the beach for a little bit and come back. It's a pretty early day. We have to be all aboard on 2:45 since we have basically a day and a half to get back to Castaway on Friday on day 7. So leave a little bit early today, but super excited. Yesterday was such a nice balance of getting sweaty with the hike and seeing nature, and then sitting in beautiful turquoise water. Tortola is absolutely gorgeous.
It's breathtaking.
I don't think I totally expected how mountainous these Caribbean islands were. We've been to the Bahamas, which are quite flat. I've never been this far out east in the Caribbean, and so there's tons of mountainous islands, and so they're really, really stunning to look at. So really excited for today.
Yeah.
If you're looking to plan your next magical vacation, please reach out to us at magicalmustacheman.com. We specialize in Disney, Universal, cruises, and all-inclusive resorts, and we'd love to help you plan your next vacation.
All right, so we are back. We just want to do a little recap of yesterday, what we did.
Day 5.
Day 5.
Yes.
All right, so we started our morning with Tortola. We had an excursion, which was a hike and beach kind of combo excursion. The weather wasn't cooperating with us, so we start off with only doing half the hike because of the weather, and
It was super rainy.
Yeah, but just getting there was kind of crazy because it's like a super steep uphill, and we have no seatbelts, and we're just
in these like open air like trucks basically, and it was like raining. The roads were wet. The roads were narrow. So driving in Tortola is not for the faint of heart. I was trying not to focus on falling over the edge or slipping backwards in this truck, but our driver Lindy was fantastic and got us up to Sugarcane Mountain National Park for a very brief hike because it was pretty muddy.
Once we finished that, they took us back on the bus onto the beach, and still the weather was not cooperating. So we barely just touched the water, and we're just like a little miserable under the umbrella. So we kind of just decided to go get some food inside one of the restaurants, and I had the jerk ribs with rice and plantains, and that was amazing.
Yeah, I got a jerk chicken sandwich. It was really good. So Tortola is a beautiful island. I think the excursion would have been cool if the weather had been better. We went to, so after the mountain, it was Garden Cane Bay Beach. It's like this big, long beach kind of on the other side from Rhodestown where the port is. But, you know, hopefully weather's good when you're in Tortola. It's a beautiful island. It's beautiful to look at from the ship, too. So we got back on the ship after that, maybe around like 1 p.m. Hung on the pool a little bit while it was raining. And then we're like, yeah, let's get ready and let's do some inside activities.
So we started off with some trivia.
Mm-hmm. General knowledge trivia.
We did
not do well.
Yeah, no, I'm not generally that smart. And then we did Disney movie trivia. We were one away from winning.
We got 19 out of 20.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. And it was a true false that we got wrong.
Yeah. I totally said true at the beginning, but we still got one.
It's unclear that happened.
And then once that finished,
we went to Skipper Society and watched the Dubliners do the like 80s synth numbers, so like kind of good 80s music. That was really fun. Sing along, and then Choose Wisely, the Indiana Jones comedy show that's adults only, is
hilarious,
really good, and was highly recommended by our friends Dan and Leslie from Addicted to the Mouse. So the way it works is there's the Sarabi Supper Club that happens 30 minutes before the show. And basically, it's for you to get a seat and sit before this show starts. We didn't stay for the full time because we had to go to Palo for dinner, but we stayed for like 30 minutes of the show. It was hilarious, and it was really good to watch.
But for sure, you need to get there early because by the time everybody got sat down or the show started, there was people waiting at the door hoping somebody would leave early so they could have a seat. There's people sitting on the ground.
Yeah, and that was like 15 minutes before it started.
And that's not just like one floor of seats, it's 2 floors of seats. It gets really packed.
Yeah. And then there was another show, that was at 7:30. There was another show at 10:30. We didn't go to that one because we went to a different show that we'll tell you about in a second. But after we left Indiana Jones a little early to go to Palo for dinner, and that was
amazing.
Delicious.
It's so good. Watch our dining review and check out what we ate because it was a lot of food.
Yeah, we got I got calamari, Caesar salad, a steak. We got penne pasta. John got a cioppino soup, the Dover sole, which is like a massive piece of fish, and then a outstanding souffle. Yeah, it was great. We were so full. I could not breathe after that meal.
And after that, we checked out the mariachi band at 10:30, and wow, they were so amazing. These are the same people who does the Coco show, and you'll probably see them while you're eating, and they do a great performance. Their voices are so amazing. It's just 3 people. Usually a mariachi is like 5 to 7 to 12 people. And they did a fantastic job with just 3 people. Yeah, it
was like a 45-minute show at Skipper Society. We're gonna go see them again tonight at 10:45 because they were so good last night. Yes, that was 5th day. It was good. Yeah, weather kind of stunk on Tortola, but otherwise it was a good day.
So now it's day 6, and it's our 3rd sea day. So we're taking it very slow.
We're gonna do a ship tour video today, so definitely check that out. Full rundown of what's on every deck. So you kind of know what to expect. And then I think we're going to see Moana, which is specific to the treasure, at 2. So something they're doing on this ship that I've not seen previously is they do a matinee on sea days for the big shows. So there's a 2 p.m. show, and then there's the 6 o'clock and 8:30 shows. 6 o'clock if you have late dining, 8:30 if you have early dining. But it's nice to have a matinee as well for these really popular shows, so I think that gets a little bit more people. So we're going to try to see that too, I think. So we have a little bit of a freer night. And then we're eating in World of Marvel tonight. Yes. Good morning. It is unfortunately our
The last
day. We get off the ship tomorrow, but today we're in Castway Cay, so we'll give you a little update on what happened yesterday. It was a pretty chill day. We were feeling pretty tired, and it was a sea day, so we took it very easy yesterday.
Very easy. We watched 2 movies in bed back to back.
Which I love doing.
We ate at Marceline Market for lunch. Actually, that was our first time, other than the first day here, eating at Marceline Market for lunch, and it's pretty solid. There are so many options, and the quality of food is so delicious.
I had like these noodles and orange chicken that was delicious. You had the chicken masala, which I had the other day.
I have a little bit of everything. The plate was ridiculous. And then after that, we went back and rested again.
True.
And we were going to go see the matinee showing of Moana, and then we saw the line, and it was just so incredibly long, and I was like, well, maybe I want to watch it a different time. We thought that the 8:15 was going to be a little emptier. We got up a little earlier. It was like about 5 o'clock. We're like, oh, maybe we could just make it to the Moana now and just get it over with.
Not get it over with, but we were like, so there's a 2 o'clock, there's a 6 o'clock, and an 8:30, and so 6 would have been our normal time since we have dinner at 8:15. And we just didn't want to have a plan yesterday, and so we kind of, like 2 o'clock was like, oh, that line looks kind of crazy, and we're not ready to sit down in the theater. And so, and I said, actually, I'm okay not going to dinner tonight. It's World of Marvel's second time, which we do really enjoy the menu, but it just like, I wasn't feeling super hungry after Enchanté and Palo. I was like, what if we go to the late show? Because probably a lot of people who had early dining went to the matinee, so kids can maybe be in bed early. That was incorrect. But at 5:45, we were like, you know what? Let's just pop down there and see if we can get in the 6 o'clock show. Let's go see it. And we like walked right into the balcony and got great seats.
Yeah.
So, how was Moana?
She was very pitchy. No, the character,
Okay. The show was very good.
Yeah.
It's a very good script. The stages.
The props, the magic, the lighting, everything, the effects was fantastic. It's just
The casting for Moana and Maui were not great.
good, especially for Maui.
Yeah, they didn't have the voices and
The personality.
The acting was a little off. There was this one guy who performed Away We Go, or Away Away, for like 45 seconds. I feel like he was on stage for like 45 seconds. Had the most beautiful voice that I actually started tearing up because his voice was so pretty. And I was like, oh, that's definitely going to be Maui. And then it was not Maui.
No, it was the opposite of that. And
so, really cool effects. The ending with like Te Kā and Te Whiti is so cool.
That was really awesome.
But I think we have expected such a high caliber of Broadway performance on these ships that I just was a little disappointed with the casting of those two, which were kind of important for the show. But it's all right. It was still a cool show.
Yeah, and today we got Beauty and the Beast, so I'm super excited for that one because I don't think I've seen that one yet. So
nope.
I could tell this one's going to be good.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be fantastic. And after we did Moana, we went to Periscope Hub, and we got some wings. We got some bar food because
they have some good pub.
Wow, those wings were so delicious. I would rather had. I'm glad I got those wings because man, those things were solid. And they had a big giant pretzel.
It was $8 for 10 wings or 16 for 20, which I didn't think was bad for how good the wings were. And then we got a big German pretzel, had a big beer, watched some hockey, which was cool. And then we went to to the pool deck, watched a little bit of Muppets on the Final Vision,
Muppet 3D. That was
hilarious.
I love that movie.
And you got some ice cream from Jumbo's. You got strawberry ice cream, which was really good.
Premium ice cream. Believe it or not, it's worth the extra bucks. Like it's
and it was like what, $3.50 for a scoop or something. It was like not crazy.
Not crazy.
Then we went back to Skipper Society and watched
Los Tres Caballeros.
Los Tesoros, the mariachi band, a second time because they are so good. Yeah, they're fantastic.
They're the people who do the Coco performance on your first night.
We did it the night before and we did it last night. It was great, and then we went to bed.
Yeah.
So this morning, it was kind of a late docking. We didn't get off the ship until almost 10:30 because we were coming from so far away that they had to kind of bust it to get back to Castaway. So
we ended up getting breakfast at Marceline Market, and then we came back, and it was still too early, so we ended up watching The Marvels, the Marvel movie.
We watched Captain Marvel yesterday.
Yes. It's like I just love sitting and having access to all those movies without paying extra. So it kind of just gives you the opportunity, I missed this Marvel movie, or I forgot about this Marvel movie. So it's really cool about that.
Yeah.
And then finally we docked here at Castaway and we ran the 5K again.
It was a great run.
Yeah,
it felt lovely to be outside. It's a beautiful day. It's not too hot, which I think people are a little worried it's going to be too cold for the water, but I think it's going to be perfect.
So now
there's no clouds, so the sun is beaten down.
And now we're just gonna go explore the island. It is a little Christmas themed, so we're just gonna go scope out what's Christmas here, and we'll get back to you guys.
So on Castaway, since we're kind of wrapping up the end of this very maritime cruise, the last Christmassy sort of thing happening is the Christmas theming and decorations on Castaway.
It is Christmas in the Caribbean. It is tropical. It is Melikimaka.
Wrong ocean,
Yeah.
but same vibes. There's a huge Christmas tree when you get off the ship that has a bunch of like sand dollars and sand sculptures in it, and like snowmen made out of sand. There's a bunch of characters on the island that are in their holiday costumes. It was kind of an unexpected vibe to have on Castaway, and I think they're doing a Lookout Key as well. I saw for the Very Maritime cruises, so it's a really fun vibe. But I think that's going to be it for Christmas stuff. I think we've done all of the Christmas activities on the ship. We did carolers, we did reading with Mrs. Claus, we did meeting Santa, we did the tree lighting, we did holiday themed activities.
There is a Christmas themed Christmas party.
Oh, the deck party. Yeah, that was really
the deck
cute
party.
too. Oh, Max.
Oh gosh, every time.
So
But
tonight we have Beauty and the Beast, reading at Coco, and then we're going to pack up and do express exit tomorrow because we can be back home usually by like 8:30 a.m. if we're on our game tomorrow, which is really nice to be able to get home early. It's a very lovely thing about living in Orlando. So we have an update on Belle and dinner tonight, and then I think that we'll probably wrap up our video after that.
yeah.
Right, we are back, and it's pretty much the end of day 7. We are going home tomorrow, but let's do a little recap of today. Starting with Coco Cay.
Castaway.
Castway. Coco Cay. Castway Cay.
We were on Royal Caribbean
Yes.
like 2 months ago, so it's fresh.
Yeah. So after we updated you that, we did the 5K, we got there early and we explored, we kind of like disconnected for a second and we started walking around the whole island. We just kind of just made our rounds. We got to the adult section and it was pretty empty. The water was a little bit cold and it was a little bit chilly, so we didn't really get into
The weather was
perfect.
stunning. It like above the water. It was warm and like not a cloud in the sky. Like, I mean, really couldn't have asked for better weather on Castaway, especially after our rainy day in Tortola. It was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, we were planning to do some snorkeling, but the water was a little bit too chilly.
It was also $44 per person to rent snorkel gear, and we just on day 7 we have already spent enough money, and we're like, I don't know if it's worth it.
Yeah.
But we ate at Cookies too, which is the barbecue that's included with your cruise. That was delicious. Had a burger, chicken sandwich was good, and for whatever reason, the Coca-Cola products were crispy and delicious, and maybe except we did that run earlier today, but it was like the most delicious Coke I had. I think the whole cruise was while we were having that burger. We walked around a little bit, and then honestly, one of our favorite things to do at Castaway, I mean, obviously the island is amazing, but to go up to the pool, because you overlook the back of the island from the adult pool, so we did that for a little bit as well.
It's so beautiful. It's stunning. After we had our adventure at Castaway, we watched Beauty and the Beast, the live-action musical. So it's not like
Based on the live-action movie.
Yeah, based on the live-action. So there's like Celine Dion songs, and I was like, oh, here we go, they're gonna sing it. Wow, it was so good. It was amazing. It's probably I think it was my favorite so far from all the cruises. That's how well made it was. The music, the performances, the acting, it was very great.
They do really amazing things. I mean, it's a big stage for a cruise ship, but it's still a small stage compared to like, a big like Broadway production. And what they're able to do on these stages to create depth and set changes and all of this is really outstanding. Also, tons of use of puppets throughout all of the Disney cruise line shows.
Were so good.
They're great. Like Lumiere and Cogsworth and Mrs. Pot. The
Mrs.
Mrs. Pot puppet
wow.
was so cool.
It was so beautiful. So after we finished the musical, we went to go have our dinner. It was at 8:15, and the performance at Coco. And
So first night was Coco, last night was Coco, and then Pirate Night was Coco, but we had dinner at, I think, Enchanté that night. So we missed, or Palo, I'm not sure which one. But we missed the third night of Coco, but I don't think there was a performance that night. It was great.
It was beautiful. We saw these performers throughout the cruise. They were performing at night, and they were actually performing at that restaurant. So it was some familiar faces. They're like, oh, there you are, guys. Said some hellos, and I was just like,
You guys are amazing. The performance is so amazing, and I just cannot get enough of mariachi music there.
Night 2 for dining at Coco was fantastic. Enchilada was good. The birria empanada was good. Your prime rib was delicious.
The shrimp was great. The prime rib was on point.
Yeah,
that was great.
It was a really good meal. And the show was just fantastic. I really can't get over it. They play like almost the entire like dinner, like 2 hours worth of like maybe an hour, but like playing. It was a really great way to end the cruise.
Yeah, and just some final thoughts on Very Merry, the Christmas themed cruises. They're fun. It's not Christmas all up in your face the whole time. Probably like the first 3 days, you're gonna get Christmas, you're gonna get performances, you're gonna get meet and greets and photos ops and crafts and stuff like that. But after like Pirate Night, it kind of like faded away. I kind of forgot that it was still very Christmas themed, and even the decorations on Castaway, it wasn't that much. I was expecting like, oh, it's gonna be like.
Yeah, it's basically just like as soon as you get off the ship, like the first like bit of a walk that had theming. I would say I'm really happy we did Very Merry Time. I think it like definitely got us in the Christmas spirit. I think Very Merry Time on a 7-day cruise probably gets a little bit diluted, whereas like a 3 or 4 night cruise, I can imagine like it feels more packed into like every single day. So I think that would change it. I don't know if I need to like rush and do another Very Merry Time or like this is something I want to repeat every year. But I'm really glad we did it. We were talking to some people on the ship, and they said that they did Marble Day at Sea, and that the entertainment during that was amazing. So that might be on our short list of things to try. And the Disney Destiny like just launched like last week, and so we're seeing a bunch of social media content people on the Destiny on the inaugural sailing. So that obviously is something we're thinking about. But I'm really happy we did Very Merry Time, and I love the Treasure. I mean, this ship is so beautiful. Yes. The theming is great. I love the color palette. I love the bars and restaurants, and I love the Treasure.
Yeah, these 7 nights were amazing. I wish I could relive them again very soon.
Yeah. So the Treasure does 7-night cruises, Eastern Caribbean and Western Caribbean alternates. Like 1 week it's Eastern Caribbean, 1 week it's Western Caribbean, which is I think Cayman Islands, Jamaica, the return Jamaica after the Hurricane next week, Cozumel, and then Castaway. I wouldn't mind doing a 7-night Treasure for Western Caribbean.
Definitely would love to do a Western Caribbean. And if I ever do the Treasure again, you could also always
when we do the Treasure again.
When we do the Treasure again, you could always request this, or if they're still on the ship, request the same staff if you enjoyed their company and
your server. For your server specifically, and Ivan and Nina were great.
They were fantastic.
Yeah, it was a really wonderful cruise, and I just love Disney Cruise Line. Even as 2 adults, like we don't do character stuff like a ton. Like we're not like needing to. Obviously, we love Disney, but like I just think the product for a cruise is exceptional. We have a Virgin Voyages cruise for the first time in 3 weeks. Just crazy. Kind of booked it last minute.
And also one more thing. And right before you're about to get out, you could also purchase a placeholder. So if you wanted to go on a cruise with Disney again, and you're going to go on a cruise with Disney again, get the placeholder. It's like 10% off your next cruise.
So it's $250. You have to book it before you leave the ship. And if you booked with a travel advisor, they'll get a notification as well. And it's actually up to 25% off. So it's 20 to 25% off for select sailings, 10% off most sailings, and 10% off some concierge level sailings that just got announced.
And that is huge because those things are expensive.
Yes. There's also additional benefits. Right now they're doing a pretty good job of having reduced deposits, but usually it's 50% off the deposit if it's I think 5 nights or more, which is another benefit of doing placeholders. Yeah. So we did a placeholder on the Fantasy a year and a half ago, and this sailing is when we use that placeholder, and you have 24 months to use the placeholder. So we know we're going to go on Disney Cruise the next 2 years for sure.
Well, that's it for our trip here. I really hope you enjoy our content, and I hope you enjoy exploring the Disney Treasure and Eastern Caribbean. Thank you so much for watching our channel, and I hope you like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.